right, that's the sound of another Secession podcast getting ready to start. This is your host, Matt, and with me, as always, my co-host, John. How's it going, sir?
What's up?
Not much, John. Just some congressional hearings. That's about it. Have you ever had to do a congressional hearing, John?
No, I have testified for other reasons.
But not in front of a senator.
No, just on the state level.
Well, then you have a little bit less in common with Logan Roy, because Logan Roy had to testify in tonight's episode.
Mm-hmm.
Episode starts off with a little late night walk.
We don't have a lot of regulation in Texas.
It's an open state, John. It's essentially it's like 4 cities and then just open country, the rest of the state.
Yeah. Before the internet.
So starts off with a little late night walk with Logan, and then
What was that about? He's like walking in
he's
the dark.
walking and thinking. It looked like the
it's
Godfather. Like he's like a Godfather. Like he has a security behind him, walking like 10 paces behind him. And
Yeah, he's got his...
it's a little weird.
What's the scary guy's name? I always forget his...
I forgot his name. Yeah, he's just
Yeah.
scary guy. Tall,
Yeah.
scary guy, who makes things go away if you wanted to.
Yeah, he does.
Things and people.
Yeah.
So they realize that this cruises thing is getting more serious. It's not going away. The whistleblower, ex-lawyer for the company, is on TV, and it ramps things up to the point where Congress gets involved, and it looks like the Logan clan is gonna have to go to DC. You know, this has been we mentioned in another episode. This has been the season of family trips.
They are very good at getting them all in a room together.
But especially this season, right?
Yeah.
I don't think there's been an episode, maybe early on, but there really hasn't been an episode in the last half of the season where the family hasn't gone somewhere together.
They're at least isolated in isolated in groups.
Yeah. So
There was the panic room one, but they separate.
they separated, but they still went somewhere, right? Like as a
Yeah.
group. So this time they're going to DC.
They put them in the smallest room.
Yeah.
One had the good panic room. The other had the shitty panic room.
Right. And, you know, before they go to DC, we find out that Logan actually has people he pays to watch TV for him. So that was an interesting...
I mean, not like he's paying him to watch like Everybody Loves Raymond episodes. Like, he's paying him to watch.
He does?
Maybe.
It's you know what? If you're Logan Roy, you don't want to be stuck in a dinner conversation. You don't know what happened in last week's episode of Everybody Loves Raymond. That would be embarrassing.
Yeah.
Sorry for everybody who was born in the last 19 years or 15 years and doesn't get a 20-something year old reference. But moving on.
Catch it on Tuesdays. I don't know what day was
on
it?
CBS. I don't remember.
You weren't a real fan.
I watch Everybody Loves Raymond on reruns. I never watched it
Yeah.
live, or not live. Like when it first aired.
Yeah.
So
It's a good show.
It's a good show.
So this is the Everybody Loves Raymond podcast.
Right. Logan asked Roman, I guess, after the that TV interview with the whistleblower, he's getting a little desperate, John. So he asked Roman to see if that backup plan that they were looking at a few episodes ago is still a reliable source of help. He asked Roman to go talk to those Middle Eastern rich guys, essentially, to see if they can help try to take the company private, so that good old Stewie and what's the other guy's name? I'm blanking on the name.
Stewie and
Sandy.
Yeah.
So that they can take him private instead. So Roman goes off to the Middle East, some country. They didn't say what country he went to, right? They never do in this show.
I thought they did, but maybe not. I don't. I asked you during the episode. I was like, where'd they go? Somewhere east.
And and Rhea starts understanding why she was picked the CEO. It seems her first conversation with Logan's not a pleasant one. I think she's, it seems like it's been a few weeks, right, since last episode. And it seems like Rhea now is fully understanding.
Because I don't think congressional stuff happens that fast.
Yeah, yeah. No, but I mean, like, I mean, I think within the episode, there's a few weeks that went by, but even between episodes, like maybe a week or so went by, because Rhea's finally starting to understand what her role as CEO was really for. What did she call it? A prophylactic. I'm here to protect you, Logan. You know, so you know, she's I think she's feeling a little.
She's like a condom.
Yeah, essentially, that's what she called
like
herself.
Yeah, okay.
She's something to be put over good old Logan's junk to keep him nice and safe from the outside world.
So she's like a fall girl.
She's a fall girl, and she's not liking it, John. So we have Roman going over to the Middle East. He does a sales pitch, and during the middle of the sales pitch, it seems like there's a security concern. And
yeah, what is all that?
So it seems like, you know, I didn't quite fully understand the whole.
They're in a dangerous country.
I don't really quite understand the whole political angle from, you know. It seems like the finance guys are involved in some type of obviously illegal activities, and this group is there to try to curb those anti-corruption. So it might be some militia group that is fighting against corruption in their home country, but it's not looking good.
Yeah, they're definitely not. It's not all on the up and up. Whatever's going on.
So the episode.
So they didn't make their money probably legally.
Yeah, probably not.
Which, I guess it doesn't matter right now.
Who makes their money legally nowadays, John?
Right? I don't know.
No, I was just joking. We all here at the Malarkey Hour, we
Kylie Jenner. Probably not.
You don't think so?
I don't know.
So that's happening overseas, but back in the home front, people start testifying. John, first up to the plate is good old Tom Wansgang. How do you pronounce his last name? Wansgang.
Wamsgun.
Wamsgun. Wama's got a gun.
Whamma damma ding dong. Tom.
Tom is first up to bat, John, and he does terribly. He fumbles his answers.
Just to go back, I don't want to get off topic, but they're in Turkey.
They're in Turkey. Okay.
Yeah, I pulled it up. I was curious.
You know what? That makes sense because didn't he mention something about, you know, our Asian friends? Turkey is in Asia, right? Or is it still considered the Middle East? I'm terrible with geography.
I don't know. We'll leave the comments below, people.
I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but like Turkey's national bird is the turkey, correct?
I'm sure that's accurate.
So Tom's is he's testifying. He's being asked questions. He gets asked the big question that, you know, sort of got brought up like 3-4 episodes ago. The adorable nickname that they gave Lester. So Lester was for years the guy who ran the cruises division of Waystar, and it seems like Lester liked to touch the employees. And
definitely,
Mo, I guess
definitely was.
Apparently, if you put Mo and Lester,
a party animal.
Yeah, apparently if you put Mo and Lester together, it's pronounced as Molester. And
I never caught on to that one.
That was the adorable nickname that everybody gave good old Lester. But yeah, Tom really fucks up the testimony. Tries to even deny knowing Greg. Poor old Greg names get pulled into the mud.
Yeah, which surprised me because Tom's pretty smart.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they even said for a while, Greg's position is like something to Tom.
Yeah.
He's an officially like works for Tom.
Yeah.
Like associate something.
So for him
Tom.
to say, I've never heard of Greg.
Yeah, I'm like,
it's not a good
but
look.
he catches himself like, oh, I'm an idiot.
Yeah, but not
a little late.
A little late. So Tom doesn't do very well.
No.
And you know what? Speaking of Greg, we find out early in the episode that Greg decided on his grandfather's excuse me, ultimatum, and he picked the side of fun Uncle Logan, and he has given up his $250 million inheritance.
Hey, he goes by Uncle Fun.
Uncle Fun.
Remember?
Yeah.
Uncle Fun. Or Grandpa Grumps is the other guy.
So that's
but he
crazy.
said he's still, it's funny.
He's still gonna get about
He's
5 mil.
still gonna get $5 million.
Yeah, which is anything.
Yeah, which they're all acting like, you don't want, he's like, oh,
God, you're
it's
fucked.
like, they say you'd be the world's worst poor man, or the world's worst rich man. The shittiest rich man or something.
They call him the tallest dwarf. What else do they call him? Like,
I don't know. They act like $5 million is like $1.
Yeah.
Which to them it probably is.
Yeah. Yeah. What are you gonna do? You can't even get a private jet with $5 million, John. Probably can, but you're gonna blow through that pretty quickly.
I don't think you can.
You'll be broke in 10 days.
You can rent one. I don't know if you can't buy one.
Yeah. You'll be broke in 10 days.
I haven't checked for private jet prices.
Yeah. No,
I really haven't.
No.
No, it's been a while.
Yeah. Apparently, you can rent a helicopter for $1,000 in LA.
Did you hear that on Rogan?
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
Just
pretty cheap.
Yeah, I heard.
It's not bad. If you have the money for it.
Yeah. That's not terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he said it saved him, 2 hours?
2 hours in traffic. I mean, you have the money. It's worth it.
Considering, especially if he's trying to get to a show that he's, like, they're comics.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about real life. These guys, we're going to get off topic.
Yeah.
I think you get shows, he's probably going to get 15, 20 grand for a show.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's probably worth, just getting those 2 hours out of the way.
Yeah.
To go make.
I would definitely, if I had the money, I would definitely.
Tax deduction.
Yeah.
Has to be.
Yeah. It's business expense.
Yeah.
So
welcome to the helicopter podcast.
So Tom doesn't do very well.
Helicopters and raiment.
So Tom doesn't do too well. And
let's make it something clear. They pick 3, right?
They pick 3. It's Tom.
Mm-hmm.
It's obviously Logan.
Right.
And it's Jerry. Because she's been the legal counsel.
She hasn't gone up yet, right?
She hasn't. Either that or they just didn't show her.
That's what I was going to say.
Maybe they just didn't show her. Because they skipped from Tom to Logan. I doubt they would do Logan before they would do Jerry.
Because at the end, they act like it's over, right?
It does seem like it.
Like they're not going back the next day or anything.
No. So I think Jerry did testify. Her testimony wasn't important enough to the story to really show. Like you get the sense that she did okay. Yeah.
Kind of reinforces what Roman says, like you're a boring piece of wallpaper or something.
Yeah.
Like nobody notices.
No, she's there she's utility, player. She's there to do everything you need her to do, but she's not gonna stand out. Right. So the big star.
She is essential to a lot of plot, though.
She is. I mean,
she helps.
You need wallpaper.
She helps a lot of plot.
You need wallpaper there. Otherwise, it's gonna look a little bland.
Yeah. No, I don't know if you're making a joke, but yeah.
No, I am, but I'm not.
Like, I agree. Like sometimes, like it's almost like, it's not, but sometimes the boring characters are essential to keep the plot together. Moving together.
Yeah, Jerry's definitely needed.
Vinny Chase.
Yeah. So
if you want to hear our Entourage podcast,
for people who still watch old Entourage.
Remember that one where Vinny Chase took the helicopter because he needed to catch that episode of Everybody Loves Raymond?
Yeah, I remember that movie. So Logan goes up to testify, and
he just pushes the blame.
He pushes the blame to Kendall. Like that. Yeah. That's all he does, right? Like essentially, and then it's Kendall to sort of take the lead, and
it's a combination. You know what? It's mostly to protect himself.
Yeah,
that's his first.
Oh yeah,
thing.
yeah.
But at the same time, he's like, "Good job, son."
Yeah, after the fact, so yeah.
Which Kendall did. He did do a good job.
He did a great job. Yeah.
He was probably high as shit. but he did a good job.
His cocaine buddy was there to give him support.
Was he? Oh yeah, he was. Right?
No, she was.
Oh, okay. The chick.
Yeah.
I keep calling her pretty hot coke chick.
Yeah, she was there for support.
Yeah.
But
she kind of random that she was there, but yeah. Probably. Yeah. I guess if you're
rich and you have nothing else to do.
Yeah. Right.
You're right. That's what
all she has to do is coke, so she's like, I might as well watch a show.
Right. All right. I'll go watch my friend lie in front of Congress. Well, I guess he technically didn't lie, right?
Just like, I do that a couple times a month.
All right. So the big scene, obviously, towards the end of the episode is when So apparently, the big shocker, the big key witness that the senator has coming up is a former employee who witnessed all these things and had some of the things done to her.
The woman?
Yeah. And apparently Rhea knows her. And apparently Rhea was the one who sort of encouraged her to come. Did I get that right?
I was going to ask,
Rhea,
when you say Rhea knows her, what do you mean?
Like they mentioned that she knew her.
So she knew her on a personal level even before the CEO?
That's what it appears. So, and maybe I misheard the line, but it seems like she's the one who, brought her up front. I don't know. Like, but Logan, asks her, "Can you talk to her?" And Rhea really doesn't want to. She takes Shiv with her, and they have that conversation in the car. Essentially, Rhea's saying, "I'm not gonna talk to her. You're gonna have to go in there. Just know that, I don't approve of this." And Shiv does, Shiv is showing her true colors.
But what's crazy is all of a sudden Rhea has morals.
Yeah, it seems like it.
At least
that's what Logan says at the end of the episode. I mean, we can talk about it, in another 2 minutes. But Shiv reassures Rhea that no, if she has legitimate concerns and just legitimate stories, I will encourage her to, bring them up.
Right.
I just want to know what she knows. That's a lie. At the end of the episode, you get the sense that, Shiv's a little, Shiv is just as manipulative as her father. And she manipulates this girl to not talk.
Right. Right.
But no, you're right. Going back to your point, when Logan does that talk with Rhea, and Rhea is essentially saying, "I'm going to step down as CEO." Logan goes, "I'm confused by this. I thought you were okay with all this. You knew about this coming into the position. Now you're appalled by, this turn of events."
Does she imply? Okay, because we've talked about this off the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Does she imply that he told her stuff when they were intoxicated?
Apparently, yeah. It did seem like at the end of the scene, like Logan's like, "I told you this," because the thing is, she's trying to call him out online.
Well, he didn't say that. She said, "You told me something else."
Yeah, and then after she starts acting like she's above it, that's when he does sort of call on it. It's like, well, you knew about this before. If you knew about this before, why are you acting now like you have this issue with it?
Right. And it makes you wonder.
He's not wrong.
It makes you wonder makes you wonder what else she knows.
Yeah, and I know you talked about, does she know about?
Yeah, we get a little
Kendall?
bit. Sometimes we overthink things.
Yeah, maybe.
But sometimes maybe they just have it. They're very good at putting something from episodes ago, and then bringing it back later. Yeah. That you thought wasn't a thing, and then it becomes a thing.
Yeah.
Or they help you. You forget about it.
Right.
And then it becomes a much bigger thing than you ever thought it was.
Yeah. Yeah. No. But yeah, the episode ends with essentially Rhea is stepping down as CEO, and Shiv is the hero.
He can't stop her.
No. I mean, yeah, he can't really stop her. It's not gonna be a good look for the company.
Yeah, I mean, he's pissed because he knows it looks bad.
But it's not the end of the world if she steps down, though.
Right.
He knows that.
Right.
It would have hurt more if that girl came forward. So if it meant between her coming forward or Rhea staying as CEO, he doesn't mind, Rhea leaving.
Right.
So we'll see how next week's episode looks like.
What did you take away from this? What do you got? I mean,
Shiv is back into the group. She has shown her worth.
Shiv is back.
She is
back again.
She's showing her worth, John.
Tell a friend.
You know what? It took
Shiv
2 episodes.
Shiv is back.
The last
do we
2
have to
episodes.
Pay for that?
Yeah, you would probably do. A lot of money. I'll just edit that out. But Shiv has shown in the last 2 episodes that she is definitely a worthy asset to the company.
She definitely handled that in a very Logan Roy type of way.
She handled the last 2 episodes in a very Logan Roy way.
The last 2, yes.
Yes.
She has. And you see glimpses of that from Kendall too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Not so much this episode. This was more about Kendall just not fucking up.
Which he didn't. He saved the testimony a little bit. the dad gave him an assist. It's like, the dad gave him an assist that, hey, just don't fuck up this easy basket, right? To use a basketball analogy, but
right,
yeah, the dad volleyed that assist up there. He's like, just bring down the alley oop, son. I'm lobbing it up there for you. Don't let the ball hit the rim.
Right.
All right.
And it is pretty messed up the way he just like, my son was in charge of this. Ask him, and he's sitting right next to him, and you can tell
they try to do that with good old Bill.
Okay, but what's crazy is like even. Okay, don't you think if it was that, which it is, it's very important to the father that this gets done right.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't you have talked to him first and said, "Hey, I'm gonna throw the ball in your court"?
Yeah,
I'm gonna hand. You know what I mean?
I like doing a little bit of signal.
Yeah, because it's like you are doing that, but at the same time, it's like, don't you want him prepared? Or is it a combination of like, I think Logan's kind of like, maybe that's a little bit deeper. Mm-hmm. He's taking that walk, kind of like whatever happens. The chips fall where they will.
Probably, yeah.
And he's just like,
yeah,
fuck it, son, take it.
Yeah.
Let's see if you can do it. If not, we'll close. If not, because he even says it could all be over tomorrow. That's with true. One testimony.
That's true.
And at the same time, he's still looking for his successor. He knows that Ray is a temporary, like a placeholder.
Is that the reason why this show's called Succession?
But Ray
shit.
But Ray is, he knows Ray is temporary no matter what.
It took me 2 seasons to realize that.
Yeah, nice. Right? He knows Ray is temporary.
Yeah, he knows Ray is temporary.
He still wants one of the kids.
He still wants one of the kids, yeah.
So at the same time, if you prep him, it's not going to prove much.
Sure.
If you throw him on the spot.
It's true.
Now it's like, what can you do, son?
Here's the real world. Yeah. Yeah, it's true.
And it's like, but he's already prepared for things to keep crumbling down.
Yeah.
Because 2-3 episodes ago, he was devastated. Mm-hmm. He's kind of like a whatever the fuck right now.
It's true.
He's like, he still wants to win, but it's not life or death anymore.
Nah.
It's like,
you'll be dead soon.
It's like I've accomplished so much.
Yeah, what does he care? 50 years, John.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, that party thing was like a big eye-opener for him. That was the first time he's like, it's, I've done what I can do.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens. He's not going to quit, but at the same time, he's come to terms with the fact it could be over at any moment.
Yeah, he's fine with it.
And I think that's why he's just like, Kendall, take the ball.
So next week's episode looks exciting. We will see who they serve up as the sacrificial lamb to save the company.
Because, that guy, what's his name? The one they were going to throw under?
Bill. They want to kill Bill.
Yeah.
And Bill said, "You're not gonna do any such thing."
Yeah, I like how Bill just casually threatened.
Yeah, that was one of the most casual threats.
He goes, "Oh, I know so much. I could write a book."
Yeah.
Don't write a book, Bill.
No.
Might have to kill you.
Yeah. So Bill is off the list.
I can't wait till Bill gets poisoned next week.
Right. So.
I think that's pretty much it, right?
Yeah, it was a nice setup for the last episode. We'll see where it goes from there, but
it's gonna get crazy.
So with that, we leave you for another week. We will see you next week for the season finale of Succession. Oh, you know what we didn't even mention? This episode 9, was called DC. So pretty straightforward. Yeah, just DC.
Interesting.
So that ends our episode on season 2, episode 9. Titled DC of Succession. We will see you next week for the season finale. I will bid you adieu.
Bye-bye.
Bye.